Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Mass. And this is from writer, director Fran Kranz, and starring Jason Isaac and Isaac's Martha Plimpton, and Dowd and Birney, who play two couples who connect with each other at a church and have an experience of trying to get over a horrible tragedy that deeply affects both of these couples. And this film is very much like this isolated powder keg of an emotional experience that Kranz is able to keep up the emotion, the tension, and there's something special about this film. And you have the cinematography from Ryan Jackson Healy, which is very well framed, how the camera works. For such a confined film, it's able to find ways to frame, he's able to frame everything so perfectly to capture the right emotions that are going on in each scene. And you have, like, Martha Plimpton and Birney do really great jobs in this film. They give very strong performances. But Dowd and Jason Isaacs are on like a whole other level in this movie. And never have I haven't seen contempt and just pure rage boiling underneath on somebody's face like Jason Isaacs does in this film since watching Daniel Day-Lewis in like Phantom Thread. And that's high praise for me because boy did he make staring at somebody who's making too much noise buttering toast look absolutely terrifying. There's moments where Jason Isaacs in this film is just intensely glaring, and there is a poignant amount of tension that just pours out from those stares. And this film allows him, and the screenplay, which is rich with so much perspective and ideas set around such a tragedy, and Isaacs gives some incredibly intense and raw emotional reactions to quite a few moments in this film where he's just acting his butt off. And you have Dowd, who's incredible on Handmaid's Tale and absolutely despicable, and you have her in this film. And each of these characters has to walk a tightrope, especially Dowd and Birney's characters, because they're in like a point of less like power in this dynamic, and they're always trying to be coming up with excuses or reasons or just trying to defend their position and where they're coming from. And Dowd, there's a couple times where, like, especially towards the end of the film, she tells a story and it's just heartbreaking to watch her just deliver this impactful and emotional and raw performance. This film isn't anything fancy in terms of, from like the general like quick glance of the film, there isn't anything particularly flashy about this film, but what nails you is the emotion, the acting, and the sharpness of this screenplay that really fleshes out a really tough piece of subject matter and able to do it in a meaningful and impactful and not a melodramatic way. This doesn't feel soap opera-y. It doesn't feel overly dramatic. This feels earned and raw, emotional, and heavy. And as this film should be. And the acting and the direction are off the charts. If it wasn't for the father, this might be the like most raw emotional experience that I watched all this year. And this is definitely in my top 10. This is something, Bleecker Street, between I'm Your Man and this, you're on a roll. And you got Shane's number. But this was such an impactful and emotional experience that I'm so glad that I did get to experience, no matter how hard and challenging the viewing of this film is going to be for people. But for me, it really delivered from start to finish something raw, emotional, meaningful, impactful, something that's going to be sitting with me for a long time and is still very relevant and poignant in the world that we live in. And I think this is an important film on top of that, and I think everybody should go give this a watch. Show this film some love. It is something powerful and worth experiencing. But those are my thoughts on Mass. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.